First off, before we get into this video, I just wanted to give my condolences to all the families who lost a loved one in the horrible limo crash that happened in Amsterdam, New York. I'm sure you guys have been hearing about all in the news, and I just wanted to take the time to give my condolences to the families and all others who lost a loved one in that crash. It was very tragic to hear about it, and it was very sad, and I just wanted to give my condolences to all those who lost a loved one. What's up, YouTube? This is your boy Sean White RB Dells back at it again with another video. So in today's video, this is another discussion video. I don't have a topic in the news that's recently that I'll be talking about today, but today will be merely a discussion video. In today's video, I wanted to talk about how recently, I'm sure you guys have heard about Vic Mensa dissing XXXTentacion in his Cypher on the BET Hip Hop Awards, and how he received a lot of a backlash from that. And then he took to Instagram to release a video explaining how his verse was recorded weeks ago prior to that, and how he had no idea how XXXTentacion's mother was going to be in the audience. And that's why he received a lot of the backlash for the things that he was saying about X. He was talking about X because of X's abuse of women and how he's been charged, and allegations have been made towards him for abusing a woman. If you guys don't know already, the victim's name is Miss Geneva Ayala. And a lot of people have been saying, that Vic Mensa has been openly vocal about abusing women, and he's even bragged about it on the Breakfast Club. I believe he bragged about it as well. So I saw that video on a Instagram page called Rap, and I saw that video. They had reposted the Vic Mensa video of him talking about his cypher verse, and I had made a comment on the video myself. I had to pull up the comment on my phone because I actually deleted the comment off of the page and I actually unfollowed the page as well, because I was getting so many replies to my comment that I had put on Vic Mensa's video. So what I said was, I completely agree. Everyone is calling X a legend, but the truth is, he was an individual who abused women. There are also people who love 6ix9ine, who is also a rapist. Shortly after putting up that comment, I got a bunch of replies from a bunch of different people. It went on for like a day and a half. I was just getting reply after reply after reply, basically of everyone saying the same thing. So the majority of the things that people were saying was that, that the girl that X was accused of abusing was lying, and that she was just doing it for clout. And one of the other things was that X was trying to better his life, and he was trying to better his image, and which what makes him what people call him a legend. They were calling him a legend because he was trying to better himself, and his influence on people is why people have been calling him a legend. In my opinion, and clearly this was an unpopular opinion, X is not a legend. And the reason I don't think he's a legend is because he did abuse that woman. And a lot of people were saying, that the woman was lying. And one of the other things that people was telling me that was interesting was to do my research. And so that's what I did. I did my research, and from the research I did, I find no record of this woman lying about the abuse that was done to her by X. I read about all the things that he's done to her, beating her while she was pregnant, and making her lose her vision, and threatening her, and a bunch of other gruesome things that I don't really want to mention. But essentially he abused her and threatened her almost every day while she was in his presence, before and after she was pregnant. And I find no record that shows that this woman lied about what was done to her. In fact, not only does she not lie, but I find that there's a 142-page testimony regarding and mentioning the abuse that was done to her by X. Now, I also found that X claimed that, this woman was trying to defame him, and, that she was lying about everything that she said that he did to her. This is clearly not a lie, as I also saw in doing my research. And there are other people who have claimed to have seen bruises on her and things of that nature, and has also said how even after giving her testimony, she was harassed by fans of X, and it was mentioned that she tried to get a job at Dunkin' Donuts, and fans of X would come there to harass her about her accusing him of abuse. Another thing that people were saying was that he was trying to better his life, and he was trying to better his image surrounding the abuse allegations. And in doing my research, as I was asked and specifically told to do, I find no record of him trying to better that situation. You guys say he donated money to a domestic abuse organization, and there is no record of him donating any money to any domestic abuse organization. He claimed he was going to donate $100,000. There's no record of any $100,000 being donated at all. There was also where he said that he would have a show in which he would dedicate it to the Me Too movement. And same thing as the money, that also never happened. So I would like to know, what was he doing to better the situation and, bring light to domestic abuse and the Me Too movement, as people were so profoundly telling me on my comment on Vic Mensa's video. And my point in saying all this is that my comment on Vic Mensa's video was that he was correct in that there are people now who are fans of rappers like X, and they're essentially, being fans to this abusive persona that this man is, putting out towards the world. And people are feeding that, by being fans of him, especially when they see that he's explicitly showing that persona through his music. They're just fueling that persona. You also have a rapper like 6ix9ine, who I also mentioned in the comment. He's, coming up on going to court for having a 13-year-old participate in sexual acts, which he pleaded guilty towards, And granted, I called him, I said that he was a rapist in the comment. Maybe that was wrong. Maybe I used the wrong word, rapist. I could say pedophile. Doesn't make what he did good at all. Having sexual acts, or having a 13-year-old participate in sexual acts is wrong. And he also has another case where he participated in sexual acts with an underage girl. These rappers are people who have, done wrong things toward women, and have, we have X who abused a woman, and, they're still getting just as much fans for having that type of personality as they did before. And, with X, his abusive, personality is not a secret. Everyone in his entourage, everyone in his crew knew about it, how he was treating that girl, smashing her phone, hitting her, giving her bruises on her ribs and all over her body, hitting her while she was pregnant, making her almost lose her vision. All those things point to his abusive personality. And I think because of all that, we can't call him a legend. I am not going to call someone who abuses women a legend. Now, granted, his death is tragic. He died at a very young age, and I do give my condolences to his family for losing their son at a very young age. But you also have to look at the things that X has done. And I'm looking at that, and I'm basing off that he is not a legend. I'm not saying that he couldn't have, turned his life around, made his life better. But my 2 points are that because of his abusive personality, I do not think he's a legend. And my second point is that there is no record of him making any sort of, effort to better his image like you guys say he did by donating money or, speaking out towards the Me Too movement. There's no record of that. So that's just all I wanted to talk about in this video, and those were the main points I wanted to bring up. You guys should have seen it. There was so many, on my comment. The comment got like 500, almost 600 likes, like 560, almost 600 likes. And it had like 200 comments of people replying, saying like, oh, X was trying to better his life and all that. People were so triggered by the fact that, I called him out for, this is something that he did. Like, I'm not trying to, bash the fact that this is a man that passed away. This is something that he did. This is the truth, and it's just facts. And I'm just putting out the facts. I'm not going to take away that he was influential and that there were a lot of people that were fans of him, but this is something that he did, and this is something that was a part of his personality, and for those reasons, I do not think that we can call him a legend. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Definitely leave a like, definitely subscribe to the channel if you're new, and definitely leave a comment down below of what you think about what I have said in this video. Do you think X is a legend? I don't. I'm just gonna say that explicitly. I know it might be an unpopular opinion, but I don't. You guys let me know what you think. Let me know if you think he's a legend and why. And I will see you guys in the next video. This is your boy Rashawn Bowman, RB Dubs. I'm out of here. Peace.
Astro. Yeah. Hey. She's in love with who I am. Back in high school, I used to bust it to the dance. Yeah. Now I hit the FBO with duffels in my hands. I did half a Zan, 13 hours till I land. Had me out like a light, like a light, like a light.